The kindness games overtime. What's going on, Glenn? How you doing, man?
Man, I absolutely love life, brother. Absolutely love life. You?
I can't complain. You know what? I mean, we go through life. It's got ups and downs and mountains and valleys. And you know what? You can't appreciate one without the other, can you?
You cannot. You cannot. Speaking of which, my condolences to you and your family. Having to bury your father-in-law, man, that's not the easiest thing.
Well, I appreciate that. He's actually my kindness shout out for today. But for those of you watching, wondering what's going on, today is Glenn's first kindness post. He's
Yes.
jumping into the kindness games. Who are you, Glenn? Tell everybody who you are in case they don't know.
All right, I am Glenn. I am in the Florida region, Central Florida area, and I am a coach and I help people defeat their anxiety and depression. Having gone through it, I understand the power of it and how it destroys everything in your life. So I've made it my mission to help people beat it and get through it and to live the best life possible.
Awesome, awesome. And Glenn and I met over LinkedIn because of the kindness games, and we talked a few weeks ago about getting you into it. And you said, "Man, I'm nothing but kind all day long. What's the difference?"
Right? It's not a game. This is who I am.
No. And but it was really cool when we talked, and we talked about how calling somebody out that's had an impact in your life or has been kind to you, or a rising star, or someone that just doesn't get the recognition, how doing that over a prolonged period of time at a regular cadence, how not only does it change your outlook, but the people around you, when you're actually citing specific people and things that they have done or are doing, it really is a way to kind of heal our communities and bring everybody closer together.
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. And to be honest with you, there's so much hate, man. There's so much hate, and there's so much drama that the media and everybody, not just the media, we carry it on as well. Like we talk about the wrong things, and we don't really talk about those people that are blessing us, that are looking out for us, because it's kind of easier. It's easier to talk about the bad things because that's what everybody wants to talk about. So I really love this because it highlights what matters. It highlights the things that move the bar in the correct direction, because we need love and we need to look after people. And there's people doing it all day. There's people doing it all day everywhere. And if we can recognize them, then that's what our focus should be on. That is what we should be yelling to the mountaintops. And that's what we should be promoting.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's so many people pointing out how different we all are. We forget that we're all humans.
Yes.
So we actually have way more in common than we could ever have that separates us, in my opinion.
Yes, 100%. Because we all bleed red. And let me tell you, having been in the military, when you're in a tough situation, it don't matter what color you are, what gender you are, it don't matter what city you're from, we are all fighting the same cause, and that's life. We are all fighting the same cause. Everybody wants to live the best life possible. I mean, that's what all this rioting and all this commotion is about, right? Is
Yep.
injustice. So how about we highlight the people that are not doing injustice, highlight the people who are being good, who are spreading love, who are spreading the attributes that we want other people to have.
Yeah, man, I love it. So, Glenn, who you calling out for today?
I am calling out Mr. Donnie Keene. Mr. Donnie Keene, he has been in my life since the beginning of it, it almost seems like. But when I started my business in like 2003, this guy, man, he took me under his wing. He helped me out with marketing. He helped me out. He was always an ear for me. And throughout, since 2003, it's 2020, I just spoke at one of his events. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. He's still in my life. He's still looking out for me. He is still doing the best that he can to everybody that I know. He runs a men's group that meets. I think it's every week or a few times a month. But basically, just pouring into them and spreading love. Like everything about him is love. Everything about him is peace. And he, not even having to have help, has helped me so many times. And it is it's great to see, because honestly, he didn't have to do that. He could have charged me thousands of dollars that I didn't have, because the work that he was doing for me and in my life was worth that. But he chose to invest in me. He chose to lift me up. His family has looked after me. Like, it is just, he's always been an asset in my life. And so he's mine.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sounds like a great person.
Yes.
Today, I'm calling out my father-in-law, Joe Hammer, who we just laid to rest this past weekend. And Joe, kind of a funny guy, a pretty gruff guy, a pretty convicted guy. He believed what he believed, and he would let you know what that was. And you didn't have to agree, but you would have to speak to your opinions, right? And he was that kind of guy. So some people loved him, some people liked him. Sometimes other people were just like, I don't know what to do with this guy. But his legacy forever will be in his 20s. He got clean. He got into AA, and family is the most important thing to him. But he went to meetings every week. He would have meetings at his house. He would grab people from the meetings, bring them back, and he really shepherded a whole generation of people. Really more than that. I mean, over the 70s, 80s, and then even today, there were lots of people that looked to Joe Hammer for strength and for guidance and for grace. And the funny thing about him is, as convicted and as purposeful as he was, he knew what grace was. And so he may disagree with you, and he may hold you to your opinion and debate it with you, but your opinion was never the quality of your character. Your mistakes never impacted who you were in his eyes, because he knew that everybody could change and should change for the better. And so really that gruffness, that conviction was pushing everybody to be a better form of who they were. And you know what? Remembering his life over the last week and a half, and spending the entire weekend in it, it really gave me a bigger appreciation for who my father-in-law was, and how blessed I was to be able to be around him for, gosh, almost the last 20 years. So that's my kindness game shout out on Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, Tim, because the thing I like that you said about that is that he understood that people can change. And let me tell you, people can change. I am nowhere close to who I used to be. And I used to be a hellion. I used to be this crazy dude. And, it's just, you can. And for those of you who think that you can't, you can. And for those of you who think that people can't, they can.
Yep.
The bottom line, they can if they so choose. So I like the fact that you said he gives grace and he sees them for who they can be.
Yep. And you know what? The way we kind of started off our conversation today is, I think, the way we should end it. Let's be thankful this week for where we've been and where we still need to go, because if we were at the end of our journey, we'd be stuck.
Oh boy. Yes, we would. So it's just about the journey, kicking it off. And I appreciate you reaching out to me, Tim. And I'm glad that we can do this thing and spread it. And for those of you who are watching, listen, if you have somebody, if listen, you have people help you get where you're at, and you want to get into this kindness game, give us a shout out. Post in the comments below. Listen, let's spread the love. Be a part of the solution.
Absolutely.
And let's speak louder than all this foolishness on TV and all this hatred, and let's spread this love and highlight the people that have blessed us in our lives.
Awesome. Hey, Glenn, over the next few weeks and months, and hopefully years, hopefully we stay in touch. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, because I've watched some of your other posts, and I don't know, I really get down with your thoughts and how you approach life. I love it.
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Iron sharpens iron, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Have a good one, everybody.
See you.